What's up, everyone? Um, just ran across this gem. My God, this is this is bad, and I don't think he realizes it. But let's all just take a listen.
Tonight is a moment for self-reflection. Matter of fact, let's shed a little light on this subject. I could have been a predator. And I am a little sympathetic to R. Kelly. I know that sounds really, really crazy, but hear me out. I guess I need to start with what I've done. When I was doing my Craigslist protocols hot and heavy, I would get a ton of high school girls answering my ads. And typically, I ignored them. Because even though I have a similar appetite to R. Kelly, I like young women. But I don't like children. But this is how a child tricked me. Typically, they would be young. There would be lots of signs that this girl was very, very young. And I would just ignore them. Then this one girl, she answered the ad. We started to talk. And she was an exceptionally mature 17-year-old. Let me say this again. This chick was 17. Her conversation was different. She actually was a hairdresser. And she answered my ad. And I fucked her. And oh my God, she had these amazingly firm double D titties.
What the fuck? What? Huh? Like, what? Anybody else smell jail time? Oh, but it gets worse. It gets way worse.
That should have been my clue. Because when she would lay on her back, they would stand up. And they were not fake titties. That should have been my clue. But, I was caught up in the delicious pussy. And she did everything I wanted her to do. Then, one of the things that I would do is I would do social media search on all my chicks. Just out of curiosity. So I'm like doing my social media search and I find her Facebook page and I see her with her high school friends. And I'm like, oh shit. So I call her up and I ask her because, she told me she was 21. That's what she told me. And I was like, serious question. And at this time, I had fucked this chick 10, 15 times. And you cannot unfuck a chick. You can't unfuck her. And I was like, I need you to tell me something. How old are you? And then she got very silent and she said, I'll be 18 in 4 months. Then she also said, the age of consent in Georgia is 16, so you're good. And I'm like, so she comes over and we have this conversation. Because she was everything that I liked. I like women who 5'3". She was 5'2". She had huge titties, little waist, fat ass, pretty toes. She was my prototype. Even though she was extremely young.
Listen to the words that he uses. Let's just pay attention to that. Pay attention to the specific words that he uses. This dude's a major predator, and he just gave himself away.
And you know what I kept doing? I kept fucking her. Because I was like, at this point, I had fucked her 15 times. And it was just like, the crime was done. So I just kept fucking her from she was 17 to 22. And R. Kelly and I are similar, but we're very different. Because I have safeguards. I know when I'm getting out of control. I know when I'm getting out of control. And I kind of ran analysis on this. And she was older. Her parents weren't breathing down her neck. And this is how a lot of young girls end up with older dudes. Their parents are not heavily involved in their lives, where they have the time and the freedom to get away with this stuff. And her parents didn't check her. She'd go out. She'd spend the night out. Her parents were like, she came home alive. Cool. Her parents were not on her. So I didn't have to worry about catching a charge from the parents. And once again, we just kept doing our thing. From 17 to 22, I fucked this chick for 5 years. And I ain't ashamed at it at all. She was willing. She wanted it. And here we come to R. Kelly. R. Kelly is being portrayed as a predator, right? Did he hold a gun to these women's heads? Years and years ago, back before the internet, I saw the R. Kelly tape. If you remember, there was a VHS tape that was sold around in barbershops, and it was him. It was him. He was peeing on this girl. He was having sex with her. It was 100% him. And this is where R. Kelly went wrong. R. Kelly was a good-looking man. R. Kelly had fame. R. Kelly was rich. And he was reckless. See, he has that appetite. And I'm going to try to explain this appetite to you guys who don't have this appetite. Because the normal man doesn't have this appetite. But there is something special about fucking a young girl who's doesn't have a lot of miles on her.
Listen to what the fuck this dude is. I mean, oh my god. I cannot believe it's this video. I cannot believe it's still online right now.
He doesn't have a lot of experience. I remember this chick, she was 22, and she did not have a lot of sexual experience when we started messing around. And I pulled out my dick, and she was like, "You think that's going to fit?" So I knew that this girl had not had a lot of sexual experience.
What the
And
fuck?
there is something special about fucking a chick who doesn't have a lot of sexual experience. Because everything you do to her is fun. It's all brand new. And if you've got that type of appetite, it can be insatiable. Like, R. Kelly could have had the baddest adult chicks he wanted. But R. Kelly had that appetite. And this appetite could be the downfall of many, many men.
Yeah, it sounds like you have that appetite, but you just haven't admitted it yet. But we pretty much, just as far as this, it's obvious you're a fucking predator. You're paying attention to what their relationship's like and fucking with their parents to see, oh, they got a broken home, perfect, I can slide right in. And you've admitted to having to being attracted to young females. You literally admitted to fucking a 17-year-old and then knew it, found out, asked her, confronted her, she admitted it. You continued to fuck her until she became of age. And you're admitting it, but oh my god, I just don't understand this shit. What the fuck? Like, who, where? Did he think that this was like I don't, what are people supposed to get out of this? I'm confused, but I'm sorry.
Because, I'm not judging because I'm in a part of the kinky community. But R. Kelly allowed his appetite to literally wreck his life. Because once you get into orchestrating a trafficking syndicate, what does this mean? R. Kelly was having other people find and vet girls for him. And that's when it got out of control. This is the reason that I never got caught, because
What do you mean? You just admitted to it that you had a fucking Craigslist opening or whatever ad. And you didn't say what it was, but you said that all high school girls were hitting you up. So obviously it was baited towards them.
I never brought anyone else into my circus, so to speak.
What the?
When I was doing, it was just me and the girls. Never ever brought anyone else in the circus. And this, but here's my problem. He's being portrayed as a predator, right? Here's the thing. Remember when I started this video and I told you I had all these high school girls answering my Craigslist ads? Did I have a gun to their head?
No.
Did I ask them to reply to my ads? They were searching this out.
It don't fucking matter, you fucking retard. Like, listen to yourself. So, just like Abba and Preach, they covered this too. Just like they said, okay, so if a 10-year-old gets on there seeking out fucking heroin, you're gonna sell it to him and just tell the cops, well, sorry, he asked for it, no, I didn't force it. He wanted it, so I got it for him. Like, I don't understand how this dude didn't watch his video over and think to himself, this is probably not a good idea. But hey, let's keep going.
So this is why I have a problem with the predator label, because they were willing participants in the dynamic.
It don't matter. So you're telling me if a 10-year-old wants to fuck you, that you're gonna do it as long as you're attracted to him? Like, fuck out of here, dude. You're tripping.
I can tell you. I remember this one girl who answered my ad, and she was 15 years old.
Oh my God.
15 years old. We were talking and stuff, and I knew I was never going to meet this chick. I was just talk to her, and she sent me dirty pictures. She was running 100 miles an hour in that direction. And I'm quite sure that she hooked up with some older men. You hear of girls who are 15, 16, 17-year-old hooking up with 30, 40-year-old men. You know how common that is? Let me tell you something that happened.
He's literally admitting what he's doing. You're literally admitting that you fuck minors without saying it. This is fucking gross. This is weird now.
And it's kind of out there. I was running my ads, and I had this woman who was a mother, and she was like, "Are you a black bull?" And I was just like, "Yes, I am." And she says, "I have 2 daughters, and I want to properly train them. I want you, and in the future, we may actually breed them." See, if you guys don't know, there's a whole, the sexual underground, shout out to Ron Wills. There's a whole sexual underground of white women who love having sex with black dudes. And they really love having sex with black dudes with big dicks. And once again, you will see. So she and I was sitting there like, this can't be real. So she sends me photos of her daughters who are 16 and 17.
Like, dude, I wish this was a joke. What are you doing? Hello? Are you fucking retarded? Like, you are literally admitting what you're doing. I mean, not that I want this guy to keep his mouth shut, because by all means, spew it all out so they can come get you. But I just don't understand how somebody's not paying, how you're not paying attention. Like, are you fucking stupid? Or unless whoever's, maybe he's with some fucking secret organization. I know it sounds so stupid, but maybe he's a